All right, everybody. We are live. We are live. We are live. First live stream that's not the Young Guns in quite a while. I know I need to get back on to going live more often. I'm definitely gonna try to be doing that more often as I try to work with more ways to try to make this more entertaining for you guys and keep doing these live streams. But welcome in everybody. We're gonna be going into the live kind of schedule review for the New York Giants for the 2022 NFL season. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm doing a video, but you guys are in here. Appreciate you guys popping in here. What's going on, Mike Nixon? Waiting for more people to pop in here. I will be sharing this that I am live right now. So if you guys just bear with me real quick, I'm gonna post that I am live right now. But if you guys are in here, make sure you say what's up so I can shout you out. All right. What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on? James Knox in the building. I'm waiting for it to pop up on StreamYard. Doesn't look like it's popped. There we go. There we go. Against the comments now. Making sure that StreamYard's working okay. But thank you guys for popping in here. James Knox, what's going on? Mike, what's going on? Can I hop on and get my thoughts on the schedule? If I have time at the end, I'll probably open up the link for people to come in for a couple of minutes. If that's what you guys want to do. Big Blue Jays in the building. What's going on? Cheers. What's going on? But definitely, Mike, if I have more time at the end, well, after we talk about these, I'll let you guys come in and pop in and we'll talk about this all together. But yeah, we're just waiting for more people to pop up. But how you guys doing? How you guys been? Not a lot of news going on for the Giants lately, as you guys can see. So this is a lot to talk about. I guess I could just put the schedule up here. Forgive the bad HD background there, but as the best I can do, StreamYard just like pixelates all the freaking uh all the freaking things, the backgrounds. But I appreciate you guys popping in here. Listen, man, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't see the Giants competing this year, but you guys know that our strength of schedule is like bottom of the league. The entire NFC East, the Eagles, the Commanders, the Cowboys, and the Giants in some order that's that. We have the easiest strength of schedule this season. So that's a good thing and a bad thing because not only do we have an easy strength of schedule, it's also the rest of the NFC East has an easy strength of schedule, so things are kind of even. We should be expected to pop, get some wins here and there. Hey, what's up, Ashton? What's going on, bro? And you guys let me know. I don't think this I haven't been live in a while, and well, besides the Young Guns, so I know that the notification is not going to be sent to all my subs, and I'm freaking like shadow banned on the on YouTube because nobody ever knows when I'm live. Because every time I finish going live, people always put I didn't know you were live. It didn't send me notification. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit the bell notification bell. Not that really works anyway. YouTube is just so bad with that, guys. What's going on, James Knox? And thank God for that. Giovanni says, "What's up?" What's up, Giovanni? My name is Giovanni, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, looking at this schedule, man, like I said, we have one of the easiest strength of schedules this season in the NFL. The entire NFC East does, and there are some games that I feel like we can squeak out here. But like I said, how competitive is this New York Giants team going to be this season? I don't know. I don't know. How competitive is the rest of the NFC East going to be? I don't know. Is this a New York Giants team that feels like they can compete because, we got guys in the likes of Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal? We got some major upgrades in the trenches. How do we feel like we have a chance to compete this season? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the Giants plan because you guys know in 2018, okay? For all of you guys that hated the 2018 season, if you feel like this is a real rebuild, you should not be wanting this Giants team to go all out and try to be winning. And but there's like such a disconnect there. There's such a I don't know. There's such a I don't know what the word is for it, but everybody who wants a rebuilding season, I don't care who you are, you want the Giants to win anyway, right? Like anybody that wants the Giants to rebuild, when you actually watch those games, you're like, I want this team to win. I want them to win. When it comes down to the fourth quarter and they're like 3 points down, you want them to kick that game-winning field goal, So, as much as we want this team to rebuild, I mean, how much do we really want this team to win? Because it looks really enticing right now with what this schedule looks like. Because look, it's very winnable. I'm not gonna say easy because the Giants, listen, other teams are looking at their own schedules and they're looking at Giants as an instant W. Okay, the same way we probably see the Jaguars or the Seahawks or maybe even the Lions. You could pick out any team in there where you feel like is an instant W. Those same fan bases are looking at us and saying that's an instant W. So we don't know at the end of the day what is an easy win and what is not and what's a loss. So but everybody else is popping in. Make sure if you guys are popping in here, make sure you guys make yourself known so I can shout you out here. Marty M, what's going on, man? We got Dallas on my birthday, November 24th. Well, happy early birthday, my friend. James Knox said we beat the Eagles twice. I'll be happy. If we sweep the Eagles, successful season. I'm not gonna say it's our Super Bowl because I want to win other games too. But Luan says Fisk has a 12-4. Well, Fisk is insane. Okay, Fisk is insane. But hey. If we go 12-4, well, it would be 13-4 or maybe 12-5 because we have 17 games this season. But hey, I hope Fisk is right. I really do. You coming in clutch with this stream? I was middle of dying of boredom at work. Hey man, Napo, that's what I'm here for, bro. That's what I'm here for. And I'll probably open up the line. I'll probably open up the stream later if you guys stick around. If you guys want to give your thoughts on the schedule. I know Mike had that idea. Yeah, if we got some more, if we got still people in the chat by the time it's over and you guys want to pop in and give your piece, that's no problem with me, man. No problem with me. The schedule is easy and it really don't matter who we play. Yes, Luan, like I said, that's a yes and no because like I said, other teams are looking at us and they're circling the Giants and saying that's a W. We could be looking at the freaking Panthers week 2 and say, hey, that's a W. We're playing at home opener. The Carolina Panthers suck. Their offensive line is garbage. And, the Panthers may be looking at us and saying, hey, quarterback play is bad, even though we beat them last year. Quarterback play is bad, and Saquon's not who he was, and the Giants can't get the receivers going, and they lost James Bradbury. They could be looking at us right now and saying that's an instant W. So it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Giants are clipping wings, Ravens and Eagles. I hope so. I love the Giants I'd love the Giants to screw up Philly for the playoffs on the last game. I hope so. Right now, Philly looks like the best team in the NFC East right now. It's crazy to say because I thought they were the worst team going into 2021, but it seems like they're the best team this year with what they've done in this free agency. I said 12-4 too. Giants 11-5. I would hope so, man. I really would. That travel in week 7 and 8 is tough. Week 7 and 8. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Oh yeah, that's from Jacksonville to Seattle. But the good thing is there are both kind of not good teams, right? You look at the Jacksonville Jaguars and them going to Florida, and then us going to Washington. In the West Coast, they're not good teams. We're gonna be facing freaking Trevor Lawrence, who's coming up, but then we're gonna be facing like freaking Drew Lock over there in Seattle. So. Okay, so let's go game by game here. Let's talk about this. So now we got some people in here. Let's talk about this. Anthony, if I didn't say what's up, bro, what is up? I hope we beat the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah, we're going to get into that. Don't worry. So game number 1, we have the Tennessee Titans. Now this is honestly one of the worst games I wanted in week 1. I did not want this was one of the last teams I want to play in week 1. The Tennessee Titans have been a playoff team for the past couple of years. Derrick Henry's going to be coming back. They've always had a pretty decent defense. Ryan Tannehill is not like bad. He's not terrible. Their receiving core, I guess, is not that great. They lost Julio. They lost A.J. Brown. I really don't know who they got Traylon Burks right now, but they really don't have much over there for their receiving core. So I guess that's a plus. But the Tennessee Titans are not a team, and they've always had a decent offensive line. I really don't know. I mean, they still got Taylor Lewan. I don't know who's after Jack Conklin left. I don't even know who's their tackle now. But they've always had a decent roster, and they've been a playoff team for the past couple of years. This is not the team I want to play week 1 for a rebuilding team. Evan Neal's going to be tested. I believe the Bud Dupree still over there. I don't know their other Harold Landry. Harold Landry's all right. I mean, I don't mind Harold Landry too much. But Evan Neal is a rookie, so we'll see what happens there. On the other side, though, Kayvon Thibodeau, I keep saying Thibodeau, but people are telling me it's Thibodeau. Super Taj World in the building. What's going on, man? Thibodeau and Azeez Ojulari are going to be tested with that decent Tennessee offensive line. I think this will be a good relief for the defensive backs because obviously the Titans are revamping their offensive weapons. I don't know who really their tight end is. They lost Jonnu Smith a couple years ago. I think they had Ferkser as their number one tight end right now. I don't know if they signed any other tight ends, but they got Ferkser in there. They got Traylon Burks. I don't know who else is their receiving core right now. So that's I guess that's a good thing. Our secondary can kind of take a breather in week 1. Now you guys can put in the comments, what do you guys think this would be, a W or an L for the Giants in week 1? Now you guys know that the Giants just constantly take L's in week 1 for the past couple of years. Besides 2016, that was the last time we had a win, and we actually went 11-5 that year. So listen, if the Giants get a W in week 1, it's historically speaking, we're probably going to have a good season. Okay, so I lost Ferkser. They signed Austin Hooper. Oh, they lost Ferkser. Okay, they lost. Right, they signed Austin Hooper. Okay, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm with Mike there. L. I would say L. Tannehill is going to throw 2 pick sixes. Giants win. I hope so, James Knox. I hope so. What do you think of Jeremiah Hall? I think we'll get into that stuff soon. We're going to be talking about the Jeremiah Hall, I haven't seen too much of the undrafted free agents, to be honest with you guys. So I know of Jeremiah Hall. I don't know too much about him specifically, though. So L for me for the Tennessee Titans, in my honest and humble opinion. Okay, moving on to, I hope W, but I think L. Moving on to the Carolina Panthers. Now, the Panthers are going to be an easier team. I would honestly be okay with facing the Panthers week 1. I want to face a team that we're gonna compete with week 1, so we can get these younger guys, these rookies. We can get them have them hit the ground running. I want Kayvon Thibodeau to get on that hot streak and have a potential breakout season in his rookie season. And it would be great for him to start off week 1 with that. So Carolina, they have. I'm going to say that's a W. I'm going to say we beat Carolina after the beating we put on them. Carolina was the only team the Giants have smoked for the past couple of years. We haven't smoked the team, and we didn't even smoke them that bad. It was what was it, 25-7 or something like that? Somebody can remind me in the comments. I think it was 25-7, and I think I can't remember. I think that's what it was. But Daniel Jones had his freaking Air Daniel game. We had that great catch. Their defense is okay. They lost Hassan Reddick. I don't really know who else they really gained in there. I know their receiving core is okay. Their offense is going to be all right. Christian McCaffrey's probably going to be healthy because it's week 2. It's early on in the season. It was 25-3. Okay, but that's a lot better as well. So we shut them out in the end zone. But CMC is going to be healthy because it's week 2, unless he gets hurt in week 1 or unless he gets hurt in the Giants game. He's usually healthy for the first couple of weeks and then he goes down. So we probably won't be seeing too much of Chuba Hubbard. We're going to be seeing more of CMC. Robbie Anderson's over there, DJ Moore. Who else they have in that receiving core? Can't remember off the top of my head. Their defense is okay. I know their corner that got hurt last season, J.C. Horn, is going to be coming back. He should be okay. But I'm going to say W. I'm going to say W against the Panthers. So right now that puts us at 1-1. So in our away game, we take an L. In our first home game or home opener, we take a W there. So I don't even remember the last time the Giants started off 1-1. We've always been going 0-2. So, even if us going 1-1 would work wonders, man. It would be great if the Giants went 1-1 to start off the season. Mike Nixon says 24-10. I would agree with that. Their draft wasn't that great either. It's not like they really improved in their draft. And the Giants, really improved in their draft. If you look at the first 3 or 4 picks, the Giants got some instant starters there. Besides Wandale, he'll be coming in every once in a while. But I could run with that. I could run with a 24-10 type of game. Big W, James Knox says. So yeah, I'll say 1-1. So moving on to the Monday Night Football game, we only have one primetime game in this I mean, unless you want to include the London game, which we're playing in London. That's crazy. We only have one primetime, or unless you want to include the Thanksgiving game as well. I guess that's 3 primetime games, right? I guess you could say that. But no Sunday night football, guys. No Sunday night football. That really breaks my. I love Sunday night football. I like Thursday night football too. We don't get Thursday night football. We don't get Sunday night football. I guess Thanksgiving is Thursday night football, right? Or Thursday evening football. But I wanted a Saturday. Sunday night football. I love Sunday night football, and we don't have any of that. But Monday night football happens to be my least favorite primetime special, and that's against the Cowboys. So both games we face against the Cowboys are going to be primetime games. So we're going to have Monday night football versus the Cowboys at home on week 3, and then we're going to Dallas on Thanksgiving. I don't even remember the last time the Giants played on Thanksgiving. We're going to Dallas there. So let's focus more on the home game against the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is not going to be good this year. Okay. I know we get swept every season by the Cowboys. I think this could be a season where we get one. Okay. I think this could be a season where we get one. I don't want to say right off the bat that we do, because I think if there's a chance that we beat the Cowboys this season, it's got to be at home, because they play Thanksgiving like every year at their stadium, man. I don't see us. I would love to take a W on Thanksgiving against the Cowboys. I would love to. Trust me. But man, so what do you guys think? I changed the pick. We win 20-17. NFL State trying to embarrass the Giants on primetime. I know. Well, here's the thing, Yvette. We want primetime. I mean, I want primetime games. It's just that the Giants, no matter who you face, I mean, listen, they have to put a rival, because it's not like the Giants are really significant in any other way. You're not going to put Giants at Jags at a primetime game. You're not gonna showcase that. You're not gonna put Giants Lions at a primetime game. They have to put some notable name, and if the Giants aren't the notable name, they gotta put the Cowboys in there, right? One of the more historical rivalries is the Giants and Cowboys. They gotta do it, So I feel for the NFL there. I mean, there's not much they can do. The Giants suck, so it's not like they can really compensate there and give us an easy opponent. It's just not how it works. But the Cowboys. Call me biased, okay? Call me biased. Call me hopeful. Call me positive. Call me overly positive. I'm gonna say the Giants win here, okay? I'm gonna say the Giants win and they start off 2-1. I'm gonna. I may regret it. But listen, these are way too early predictions, so screw it. I'm gonna say what I want to say, and I don't give a damn. Okay? Giants take a W there. Week 3. So we start off 2-1, okay? Then we go to the Bears. Oh, man, don't tell me I have us taking another dub. Oh, man, I might have to. This is too much winning. This is too much winning for the Giants. There ain't no damn way. There's no way that we're going to start off 3-1. And then we're going to, run through our home games. There's just no way. I can't see us losing to Carolina. But I really think the Giants could pull off a win, at least one win against the Cowboys. All right. I got to stay realistic, guys. I'm going to say the Giants lose against Cowboys, okay? We have to stay realistic. So they go 1-2. 1-2 to start the season to week 3. I know you shouldn't really compare other games to, so I can't change the outcome of the game in week 3, because week 4 I think is going to be a W. It's just that I don't see the Giants going on a winning streak, let alone going starting off the season 3-1. I just don't see it. We have to have a loss there somewhere, and the Cowboys are probably the most easiest team to pick there to have a loss. But I just feel like the Giants are going to win a game against the Cowboys this season, and I don't think it's going to be on Thanksgiving. But it's so confusing, But okay, the Giants lose against the Cowboys, so they go 1-2. You look at the Chicago Bears. That's a home game, 1:00. I think we win that game. I think that the Bears are in shambles. I think they did a terrible job they didn't address their offensive line at all. Their offensive line is garbage. They didn't address their wide receiving core at barely. They signed Dante Pettis just recently. I think they signed somebody else as well. It's not very good. Justin Fields is not going to have any help this season. And I don't know if Ash is still in the chat, but I'm sorry, your boy Justin Fields is probably going to get lit up this season. No receivers, no offensive line. My man's going to be rough for his life. So there's that. Defensively, they don't even have Khalil Mack anymore. They got Robert Quinn still there. I don't know. The Bears aren't really what they were a couple years ago with their defense. So I'm not. I'm not. The Bears don't scare me. The Bears don't scare me. I think we pull off the W there, 2-2. Now we're gonna go to the Packers. The Packers at Tottenham. Is it called Tottenham? In London. We're gonna be playing in London. The last time we did that was in 2016. Landon Collins breakout game against the Rams. That was a good game against Case Keenum and the Rams. I'm going to say we lose that game. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I think we're going to lose this game. So we're going to go a solid 2-3 to start off the season. So 2-3 is not terrible for this Giants team, right? It's not terrible, especially with the stretch that's coming up. It's not going to be terrible. I say the Giants do start 3-1, but lose to the Packers. I mean, it's very possible, Marty. Let me highlight your comment. It's very possible that the Giants do go 3-1 because this is an easy schedule. So it's not like you don't need to have your expectations so high for the Giants to even have a record like that. But I just think we're the Giants, man. And it's just like, I love Joe Shane, love Brian Dable, love what they're doing here, love Wink Martindale, Kafka, all everybody, but just feel like something's gonna go wrong, you know. So maybe that's just me. But I'm gonna have us losing to Green Bay. I don't think there's much talking about that, right? We even, it doesn't matter where we play. I don't think we compete too much with Green Bay, right? So let's move on from there. So the Baltimore Ravens at home. I think this is another L. Obviously, Wink Martindale is going to be facing his former team at MetLife. So now we're sitting at 2-4. So now we're starting to plummet a little bit, but there's some hope. There's some hope with this stretch that we're coming up. This is a really, really good stretch. This is the first thing I noticed well, obviously it was week 1, right? But the first thing I noticed when I looked at the schedule was this 5-week stretch here, okay? Including the bye week. So it's 4 games, 5 weeks. We have the bye week. And by the way, the bye week is smack dab in the middle. I love it. Week 9, week 10, that's where I want my bye weeks every year. Shout out to Snowstorm Studios. You guys make sure you follow my boy, Snowstorm Studios, his podcast. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, man. He says 9-8, book it. I didn't even count how much I wanted to, so hopefully we get around to 9-8. I don't know what I think yet, but if you guys agree with him, make sure you guys get onto his channel and subscribe to him. Make some good content over there, man. I also he had me on one of his podcasts as well. Make sure you guys go check that out. That was pre-draft. We should be doing something later for post-draft. So that'll be pretty fun to do. So I'll take 2 and 3 at this point. Yeah, James, I'll take 2 and 3 as well. I will definitely take that. So, but I have us going 2 and 4. Like I said, this 5-game stretch, though. I mean, 5-week stretch. We got Jacksonville. We got Seattle. We got the bye week smack dab in the middle of the season, right? Week 9. That's exactly where you want your bye week at. And then you coming off the bye, facing a garbage Texans team at home. Now, I will tell you, the Texans actually had a decent draft. I love their draft. But they're still the Texans, and Davis Mills will be facing his freaking clone and Daniel Jones. So let's see how that goes. And then the Lions, which the Lions have gotten better, but don't know. I think we'll be able to compete with them. We should, bro, need that post-draft chat soon. Yes, sir. You hit me up, man, and we'll get something planned out. Hopefully I'll have my schedule cleared out soon. But okay, so let's talk about this Jacksonville game. I want to try to go to this Jacksonville game. You guys know I live in Florida. So Jacksonville is a little bit of a drive, man. And I swear, if Trayvon Walker destroys the Giants, when I go to the game after driving 4 hours to Jacksonville, I'll never forgive myself for going. If Trayvon Walker balls out on the Giants and I see it live and I drive to that game. But I want to say the Giants win this game. I really do. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars spent a lot of unnecessary money in this free agency. You look at Christian Kirk. You look at a bunch of these contracts that they went ahead and went freaking balls deep in, right? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. And I think, James Robinson and Travis Etienne is going to be a good sort of 1-2 punch for them. Is going to help Trevor Lawrence a lot, but I just don't think the weapons that he has is going to is going to put them on top. And then defensively, I love what they did by adding I don't like Trevon Walker. I don't like him. Okay. But I don't like him as a number 1 overall pick, but I like him as a player, and having him in there with Josh Allen, Kayvon Chason, and then, you add Devin Lloyd also in the first round. I like what they did with, Jacksonville defensively. I still think the Giants can pull away this win there. I think, you look at the roster, I think we have a better roster. I think we have a better coaching staff. And I think we can get it done there in Jacksonville. We'll see how Doug Peterson does facing a team that he's very familiar with in the Giants, in his time with the Eagles. Evan Ingram revenge game. I forgot yet. Evan Ingram is there too. So, oh man, you're right. But then again, Neil could roast him all day. Oh man. Oh my God. Wouldn't it be great? Oh, dude. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, Snowstorm. Wouldn't it be great if Evan Neal just pancakes Trevon Walker, bro? Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great? James says you have to go. I'm assuming he says the Jacksonville game. If you guys are going, maybe it'll encourage me to go. So I hope I do go. I hope the seats are cheap. I know Jacksonville is not a great market for the NFL, so hopefully the seats are cheap, because I'd like to sit pretty close. I want to sit pretty close up front. So let's see how that goes. Yeah. So just because Texans have a good draft doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean they're gonna beat us. I agree. NYG31, I agree. But at the same time, you do have to kind of acknowledge that the team upgraded, right? Like if we look at the New York Giants, we feel like we were able to compete a little bit because of Evan Neal, because of Kayvon Thibodeau. So you're looking at the Texans, you got to be fair to them as well and say they've upgraded in their draft. They have upgraded. Now they lost Deshaun Watson, right? Completely. He is no longer a Houston Texan. So, you look at that, but we'll get to the Texans in a second. But the Jacksonville Jaguars, I have us winning there. So where does that put us in my predictions? That puts us at 3-4. Listen, 3-4 is not bad for this team. It's not bad to have 3 wins already. This team had 4-13 last season. Okay, 3 wins in the first 7 weeks of the season is pretty damn good to me. Okay, pretty damn good to me. I'll take 3-4. So, moving on, we go to the Seattle Seahawks. Listen, this is not your Seattle Seahawks of past, okay? This is not your 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019 Seahawks, okay? These are a Russell Wilson-less Seahawks, a Seahawks team that looks terrible on paper. I mean, looks god-awful on paper. They got Charles Cross in there. They still have Drew. They don't know what's going on with their quarterback situation. I'll be damned if we lose to Drew Lock. I'll be damned if we lose to Drew Lock. We're not losing to Drew Lock. I won't allow it. I absolutely won't allow it. We're going to beat the Seahawks too. That's going to get us even, 4-4. And listen, this is not out of the realm of possibility to go 4-4. It's not out of the realm of possibility because of the easy schedule that we have. So anybody that's saying that's asinine, that this Giants team is 4-4 at this point of the season, it's not. It's not that crazy because of the easy schedule. And this is not like, I remember like 2 years ago, was it 2020? Was it the COVID season? 2020? It was the 2020 season, right? Where we had a really easy schedule, but we still couldn't do anything with it. It was like we had like or was it last year's schedule? I can't remember. I know we had a really easy schedule one of the past 2 years, and we still couldn't do anything with it because it really wasn't an easy schedule, because it was like a bunch of teams that had bad slumps that really came on towards the end of the season, the next season, and they actually had a good season. This is not that. Okay, this is going to be a lot better this season. Okay, the Jacksonville shouldn't be much better. Jacksonville shouldn't be much better. Seattle shouldn't be much better. Houston shouldn't be much better. Detroit shouldn't be much better. A lot of these teams. So, like I said, not out of the realm of possibility for the Giants to be 4-4 at this point. So we're going to skip Seattle. There's not much to talk about there. Drew Lock's their quarterback. I'm not losing to Drew Lock. I don't care what I have to do as a Giants fan. I don't think there's much I can do. But if there's anything I can do to have us not lose to Drew Lock and the Russell Wilson, the Seahawks, I'm going to make it happen. But we're not losing the Seahawks. Just we're not doing it. I'm betting the money line on that all day. All day I'm betting the money line on that. I'm putting like $200 down on that game. I don't give a damn. So then we have the bye week. Okay, bye week we rest up, and then we go back home. Okay, after that 2-game away stretch. I know it's stretching it, right? We may lose one of those 2 games because we're doing 2 away games, but I'm gonna say we win. We had the bye week. Then we have 2 home games right after that. So we get like unlimited rest until this Thanksgiving game in which we play Thursday night or Thursday evening against the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. We have like unlimited rest here, 3-week stretch of rest. Houston, I'm not saying the opponents we're facing is like we were resting against. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we're staying home, right? Houston, like I said, had a really good draft. Don't know how good they're going to be. Davis Mills is their quarterback. It's crazy for me to say. I'm going to say we win. I'm going to say we win. We're 5-4 at this point. 5-4 at this point. I'll say that real quick. So if we're 5-4. Now Detroit. People are not gonna like what I'm gonna have to say here. People are not gonna like it. Not gonna like it. I'm gonna say we lose to Detroit. Because if I am being completely fair to myself, I feel like Detroit last year was just a touch ahead of this Giants team. I know Detroit almost looked like they weren't going to have a win last season, but then they actually got really scrappy and they actually found a way to get some wins. And Dan Campbell seems to be really doing a really good job over there. And you look at Jared Goff's not terrible. The rise of Amon-Ra St. Brown, they're like helping their receiving core a lot. Their defense is looking, I don't know that their defense is looking great, but I know they addressed some things in free agency. They have a really sneaky good offensive line. The rise of Penei Sewell. I actually think Detroit's going to be somewhat decent this year, and it would be inconsistent for me to say that I have the Giants beating the Giants. I have the Giants beating the Lions this year. I think the Lions are just a tad one step ahead of the Giants. I really think they are. They're one step ahead of the Giants, and I think the Giants need to take an extra leap ahead of them this year for me to say that we're gonna beat them. It could be very close. It could come down to the last final minutes of the game, and things just go our way, and we wind up winning the game. But as far as a team right now, I think we lose the game to Detroit, and it puts us back at 5-5. So we're dead even, 5-5. But Goff, though, I don't think Goff is that bad, though, to be honest with you. I just don't think he was number 1 overall pick worthy, in that 2016 draft. I just don't think he was that great. But I'm not going to say I'm a fan of Goff, but I think he's tolerable if he's like your bridge quarterback. Did the Lions draft a quarterback? Did they? Matt Corral went to the Carolina Panthers. Willis went to Tennessee. Ritter went to Atlanta. Pickett went to Pittsburgh. Did the Lions draft a quarterback? Do you guys know? Because Howell went to Washington. Zapp went to the Patriots. They didn't draft a quarterback. Wow, that's that golly, my God, that hurt. Golly, I'm so sorry, guys. Ow. God, my goodness. I'm like messing with my. Oh my God, am I bleeding? What? I'm sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. I'm good. I'm barefoot right now, but I'm like, God. I didn't stub my toe. Like I'm just playing footsies with myself. I don't know. Maybe I'm infatuated with myself and my feet, man. But I'm just like messing with my chair, just spinning myself around. What people do all the time, spin yourself around. My foot slipped off the legs of the chair because it's a rolling chair. So the legs that where the wheels are. So it just slipped off of there. And the bottom of my foot, like the soft part of my foot, just slammed right into the corner of my L desk here, and it scraped it. I'm not bleeding though, but I can feel some skin being torn off there a little bit. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Oh god, and it was so unexpected because I'm in the middle of a thought and just boom, instant pain. Um, where did I leave off? What the freak? What the hell is this, man? I'm the worst streamer in the Giants content. I swear, I don't know why you guys watch my stuff, but my bad. School nerds be like ice pack. Yeah, right. Give me some ice. Golly. Being in Florida too long, dude. Being in Florida too long, you pick up on the terminology, bro, or like the lingo, man. I never said golly a day in my life. I've been saying golly ever since I moved to Florida. I hate myself for it. I really do. Suck it up. We're talking Giants. That's right, Frankie. Oh, look at Frankie Sinatra right there. Like, suck it up. We're talking Giants. So you're not. No, you're not, bro. Oh man. But okay, back to we're talking about the Detroit Lions. Yeah, Lions. Okay, I feel like we're gonna be come back to PA. I wish I could go back to PA. I like it over there. It was very comfortable over there. But back on track. The Lions AI. I have to have us losing. I think they're one step ahead of us. So I gotta have us losing against the Lions, man. Just to be fair to them. I'm not like I said. Okay, Jared Goff. We're talking about Jared Goff. I don't think he's terrible. And that's weird how the Lions didn't draft the quarterback this season. That means they're really in on Goff, and it's weird because Dan Campbell like threw him under the bus so many times last season. I mean, not out of out of spite or anything like that. I just think he was just expressing his frustrations to about Goff. But okay, so we're 5-5 going into the Thanksgiving game, and honestly, that's not a bad position, man. It's really not a bad position. Now, I had the Cowboys beating us. Okay, I switched what I wanted to do. I had the Cowboys beating us in Monday Night Football. What do we do here, guys? I really want us to not only do I really want us to beat the Cowboys one time, obviously I want us to beat them both times. I really think we can, man. Like the Cowboys aren't that good for us to be swept by them again. They're not. They're not, man. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Hey, convince me. Convince me. Pull me. What do you guys think? We squeak one out against them. I have us losing in week 3. What do you guys think? You guys think we squeak one out here? I have us losing both, man. I'm leaning towards that, man. It's which Florida team are you closest to, Copizzles? Right, man. It says, I am closest to Tampa. Miami is the farthest. Jacksonville is the second closest, and Tampa is the closest. Tampa is about an hour from me. I'm more closer to Orlando. I'm like 40 minutes from Orlando. We play them too early and the lights are too bright on Thanksgiving. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. So I'm gonna have us being swept by the Cowboys again, man. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. Have us win in week 3 and lose Thanksgiving. I just can't do it. I can't do it, Mike. I can't see this team starting off 3-1. I can't. We have to lose a game in between there. We have to. Cowboys haven't won Thanksgiving recently. I know, but it's us. Like it's us though, Giovanni. It's us though. It's the Giants. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have the Giants. I have to have the. I don't want us to be swept. I hope they can prove me wrong, and I really don't think we will be swept. But I just the timing of these two games are terrible, man. Both of them are on primetime games. It's like the NFL does not want us to beat the Cowboys. They constantly put us in primetime against them. Like I feel like if they weren't primetime a lot of these times, we would be able to beat them. But I'm gonna have us losing to the Cowboys twice this season. That's just me. Okay, the Commanders. I'm circling both of these games. We got NFC East. NFC East teams. We're facing all the NFC East teams in the span of 4 weeks. The Commanders twice. Jesus. Okay. That's just like straight NFC East. So a lot of our season is on the line if we have playoff aspirations. a lot of these seasons are on the line. A lot of our season is on the line from, from week, my math is terrible, from week 12 to week 15. A lot of our season is on the line. So Washington, I don't give a damn. You're not going to convince me we're going to lose against Washington at home. We are going to beat that freaking team at home, okay? I'm not being swept by Washington again. Washington does not deserve to sweep any team, let alone the team who has bullied them into submission time and time again for the past lifetime of this sport, okay? The Giants will not lose to the Washington. They're not the football team. The Washington Commanders more than once this season, and I am betting on that. Betting on it. The Giants will beat this team December 4th. If I can lock a win this season for the Giants, it's gonna be against the Commanders. Okay, no joke. We're gonna beat this team. Moving on, the freaking Eagles. Okay. I hate this team. I hate the Eagles. I've had a strong dislike for them and their fan base ever since I've been on YouTube, because they're just the most toxic fan base on this freaking platform. But I'm cool with a lot of them though. It's all in good fun. But screw this team, screw this fan base, screw their fans, screw their players, screw their GM Howie Roseman that just fleeces everybody. I don't know. Man. So, what does that put us right now? So 5-6 with that Thanksgiving game, right? So that puts us at 5-6, and then 6-6 with the Commanders game. We're freaking even again. We're breaking even again. 6-6, man. That's pretty cool, man. I would be so happy with that, man. I would be so happy with that. That like gives me hope towards the end of the season, man. It really does. Giants versus Philly is like a holiday for me. Blue wins. Man, Jalen. See the thing that gives me hope that the Giants can pull off a win is Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts was terrible against the Giants last season in both games. Was terrible. Man. We split with them last year, right? We split with them. Did we split with them? Can you guys let me know? I know we smoked them the first game because it was like I think Jalen Hurts threw like 4 interceptions that game. That was an easy win. Or was that the second game? Can't remember. But I remember that game. My memory always escapes me when I'm live, guys. I apologize. Every time I'm live, my train of thought just poof vanishes. So yeah. I say win. We lost the second game. Yes, split. Okay. How would you guys like that again then? So we get swept by the Cowboys. We split with the Washington Commanders. I keep wanting to say Washington football team. The commies, right? And how about we say we split with the Eagles, even though that one is probably not the most unrealistic sort of situation. You guys okay with that? And we split with the Eagles just to keep it even, because they're still the Eagles at the same time, but the Eagles dominate us. I don't know. I say we beat them. So where does that put us at? 7-6. That puts us at 7-6 for this next Washington game. So we already agreed that we'll split with Washington again. So that puts us at 7-7. So let's skip that Washington game. It puts us at 7-7, right? We lose to Washington away. So let's talk about Minnesota. The Vikings. Now, we don't know at this point of the season, the Minnesota Vikings could be a good team and they could be a bad team. Now, the reason why I wanted Minnesota was my number one team to face week 1 is because we'll get a good challenge for them. Kirk Cousins giving us a good challenge, Justin Jefferson giving us a good challenge, but they were also a team that's very beatable. So I wanted Minnesota to be the first team we face this season. Minnesota or the Lions, right? I wanted to face one of those two teams, or Jacksonville possibly too, right? But damn, I would hate to lose to Jacksonville week 1, so stay away from that. But Minnesota, if I can get conquered, blue wins. I like what you did there. Vikings get conquered. I like what you did there, my friend. But okay, the Vikings, right? Um, this one's hard because I want to say that we win if the Giants face the Vikings because it's more it's easier to kind of predict what the Vikings are going to be earlier in the season because so later in the season you don't know if they're going to be a good or bad team because their roster's always been pretty good, but it's always been dependent on if they actually do something with it because they got a new coaching staff in there. Who the hell is their new head coach? Who's the new Vikings head coach? You guys know I always blank. You guys know I always freaking blank on live streams. Somebody's gonna give it to me real quick. Who's the new Vikings coach over there in Minnesota? I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say the Giants could win that game. How about that? I'd say the Giants would win that game. So that puts us at 8-6, right? It puts 2 games over 500. But Odin, what else? Odin. What like Odin, like the Norse mythology, Vikings. I get it. Let me look it up right quick. Who's the new Vikings head coach? Vikings head coach. How can I spell coach? Oh, Kevin O'Connell. Okay, O'Connell, the former offensive coordinator for the Rams. Right. All right. I'm gonna say we win. I'm gonna say we win. We beat the Vikings. Right. We beat the Vikings. So that puts us at 8-6. The Colts. We ain't beating the Colts. Come on, guys. Matt Ryan over there. That team is stacked. That Indianapolis team is primed to make a Super Bowl run. We have no business at the end of the season. They're probably going to be, trying to mollywop everybody to try to get the best seeding they can possible. So the Colts, I have us losing. I'm sorry, guys. And we already agreed that we would split with the Eagles. So we beat them December 11th. We'll lose to them the last game of the season. So where does that put us? That puts us at No, I did my math wrong. Hold on. So, hold on. That's 1 win, 2 wins, 3 wins, 4 wins, 5 wins, 6 wins, 7 wins, 8 wins. Okay. So what does that put us? 8-9? Does that put us 8-9, right? So I'll take 8-9. If we go 8-9 with the first season of this new regime, that is freaking that is leagues better than Dave Gettleman freaking had us at, right? Dave Gettleman never had a sniff an 8-win season. Okay, our best season with Dave Gettleman was 6-10, right? It was freaking 6-10 was our best season with Dave Gettleman. 8-9 will probably. I don't think 8-9 was going to give us a wild card. One off for me, but I'll take 8-9, no doubt. Yeah, I'll take it, no doubt. What was Snowstorm? If you don't mind me asking, I mean, what other win did you have the Giants taking, or like how different was your schedule from mine? How different was your schedule? But 8-9 is not bad, man. Not bad. Although I really want the Giants to have a winning season this season, I want to I know we're rebuilding. I know. We don't want to repeat 2018 where we're putting this team in position to start winning and we actually do start winning and we're supposed to be rebuilding and it doesn't, whatever, right? I still want this team to win. 8-9 would be great, would be ideal for this team. I have not much, man. I have us. Oh, you have us beating the Lions. Okay, maybe that's the small discrepancy there in our win total. But yeah, I 8-9 is fine with me, man. Fine with me. But I'll probably go on to like 1040-ish. So I'll put the link in the chat, and if you guys want to come on for a couple minutes and tell me, something you guys want to tell me about the schedule, you guys can. And we'll talk about it. If you guys want to talk about it, I'll go on to like 1040. I know it's not a lot of time. I know that. And let's see if we can put more than one person in. so we could all talk about it just for as long. We got 15 minutes. We got 15 minutes to talk about it. So I posted it in there. I will. I have to go to YouTube and pin it. I'll go to YouTube, pin it. So you guys can come on 15 minutes. I'm sorry that I don't have a lot of time. It's just that I gotta get ready for work tomorrow and stuff like that. So that's the only reason why. So, all right, my boys in here, Mike Nixon and Snowstorm Studios. What's going on?
Yo, what's up, KB?
What's up,
Not much.
Snowstorm?
So,
What's up, bro? You hear us?
pretty much, I agree. I agree with your record prediction. I have us
Test.
going either 7 to 8 wins, but eight more like 7, 8 if everything
Mm-hmm.
goes right. But one discrepancy
Uh huh.
I have, and call me crazy,
Okay.
but I actually think,
Test. There you go.
Oh, there we go. I hear you.
There
but
you
I,
go. Sorry. Go ahead.
but I actually think we are gonna upset the
Mhm.
Ravens.
Ooh.
There we
Hey,
go.
I'm all for that, man.
Hey, Wink
I'm
knows
all
that
for
offense.
Wink.
Yeah,
That I'm pretty sure that was part of your reasoning with that, and that makes a lot of sense. Wink knows it, and I'm pretty sure Wink. I honestly think Wink has a defense that he could work with our defense. I know it's not
hmm
like we don't have world beaters out there. Like not a lot of world beaters. I mean, I
yeah,
think our defensive line is pretty damn good that he could work with.
yeah.
It's pretty damn good. Putting him in position to work with Leonard Williams, Dexter, Kayvon, Aziz. Just a bunch of those guys on that line. I think he could work with that. Now, obviously, the defensive back situation is kind of a question mark. We don't know
Who do
what's
they
going to
have
happen
at
with that.
receiver though? That's what I'm thinking right
The
now.
Ravens, oh man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
You know what I'm saying?
I seen on Twitter that they were trying to trade for Jalen Rager. Now,
All right, so
that's their funeral. But
so according to a quiz I took, it's Bateman, Duvernay, and Tylan Wallace, who they drafted last year.
I got a feeling Jackson, Flott, and Holmes can handle that. But I don't
yeah,
know. I don't know,
Yeah.
Mike.
see,
You
you know
kind
what
of
I don't understand about the Ravens is that I get like who's I keep forgetting their offensive coordinator, Greg Roman, right? Ravens fans hate Greg Roman. They hate him, and I can understand. He loves his tight
Yeah.
ends. He loves his
loves
Yeah.
tight
them.
ends, and they drafted two more tight ends.
I know.
They have Nick
So
Boyle. They have Mark Andrews
can
already.
we actually see Isaiah Likely play receiver?
I mean, maybe it's
Not a
possible,
bad
but like
thought.
at that point, why would they even? Like, I can understand what you're saying, Mike, because he's like a receiving tight end. They probably put him at
Yeah.
receiver, but like, why not just draft the receiver? It's
Yeah.
In a
let's just
Uh,
receiver
kind of
heavy draft.
unless
right.
unless they go after Julio.
That's a
Even
good
if they
point too. There's a lot of good wide receivers on the market right now. I mean, you got Jarvis, OBJ, Julio.
hmm
That's
I
true.
think the Ravens were in the mix for Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken. I seen that on some sort of like NFL rumors
Be a good
thing.
fit.
Yeah, I think it'll be a fine fit, and you usually see these free agents, going to teams that were in their division, previously.
Yeah.
So, um, but the Ravens is an interesting one, and it makes a lot of sense because like looking at it, like they lost Marquise Brown. Not that I mean Marquise Brown was all right, he was okay, but he had like some really bad drops for Lamar Jackson. I'm pretty sure that he wanted back. Um,
hmm
not that Marquise Brown was a huge upgrade, but like they lost him. They really
Yeah.
didn't do anything to compensate for that. They have like you mentioned Duvernay, who is their number one receiver again? Rashad Bateman.
Yeah.
And then Tylen Wallace is like, who is that guy?
Yeah.
I don't think Lamar's gonna have a lot of help this season. Besides, if he has to throw to Charlie Kohler and Mark Andrews all game,
hmm
I don't
Who would the
know.
Giants match up on Mark Andrews? Who would be the guy?
That's gonna be interesting. My first guess would probably be Xavier McKinney, but he
that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking that might not be the best matchup. I mean, the
that
speed's there, but
like
obviously
unless they really
bigger.
feel like Nick Belton is, Dane Belton is a guy to like be that sort of cover tight end dude. I don't know. Like Julian Love can't do it.
No,
That's a good question. We don't really have like I remember last year we had like in years prior we had like Julius Peppers.
Jabril.
Jabril.
I got
I'm
you.
losing my train of thought. I had a long work day.
Mhm.
Jabril
Feel
Peppers.
you.
Jabril Peppers in there to like help cover tight ends. He did a good job at that.
Very
Then
good job,
previously
yeah.
we had Landon Collins as well. So like now we don't have anybody
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
to cover tight end. So that's actually really interesting.
I haven't watched enough film on those linebackers we picked up, but maybe some of them. I just don't think they're fast enough. But
yeah,
maybe.
I see. The thing is, a lot of people really love Darian Beavers, and I don't know. I don't know how much I really feel comfortable. I don't like his cover skills at all, anyway. And I don't think as much as high as I am on Micah McFadden, and freaking Mike keeps getting on me about Micah McFadden. But
I was just kidding earlier. I actually like Micah McFadden.
yeah, I like the kid, but I don't think he's going to be covering tight ends either.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
a problem
good
for us.
question. That's
Yeah.
going to be a problem, but I agree. I want to agree with Mike. I think it's very plausible that we could beat the Ravens. I don't think they're going to be that good this year.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I think that's actually. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And also, I hate to break it to you, but I actually have a starting 3-1 because
No.
Man, I don't see it, but I like the optimism.
I do too. I love it.
I just think because we're home field advantage, I feel that we can beat Dallas at our home.
My problem is every time we play a primetime game, a different Giants team show up. If I could have every game Sunday at 1 PM, I would sign up for that because that's when we win games.
I know, man. Yeah. It's like I'm as much as I want to see my team in primetime, it's always embarrassing to come to work the next day and everybody's like, "Oh, what happened to your team?" And I'm like, "This."
I'm actually surprised though that it's Dallas because I was with Entertainer. I would have thought they would have gave us like Baltimore.
Really? How so?
Yeah, because of the whole Wink storyline.
Okay.
Yeah,
he got like he just got like. We don't even know what happened with that. Really, we don't even know how they came to terms of like going like parting ways. But I know that Martindale had like one bad season because of injuries there in Baltimore.
Yeah, it's not like
weird.
Their starting defense was out there. They lost Humphrey. They lost Marcus Peters.
Mm-hmm.
God knows who else they lost.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah. They had a lot of injuries.
And they still played. Well, I don't remember.
They still ranked like.
Well, once they lost Lamar, it was over.
Yeah. But as far as defensively goes, they were still ranked like middle of the pack defensively. It's just that it wasn't up to Martindale standards because he had he had a top 5 defense for like the past 4 years. I mean, that's a hard standard to keep up, you know.
If we had the Cowboys at 1 PM on Sunday instead of Monday Night Football, I'd give it to us. But because it's Monday night, I just have been burned too many times.
Yeah, it's hard. But hey, it's not out of the realm of possibility because if you like look at the schedule, it's not that difficult. Like even a bad team could probably, be successful with a schedule like this. And honestly, usually I have a lot of problems with the scheduling and constantly the NFL putting us in bad situations. Not saying they hate the Giants or anything like that, but coincidentally, we're always put in bad situations. I think we actually have a really good stretch of games, especially in the middle. I'm not a fan of, going to Jacksonville, then going to the West Coast to Seattle. But as far as the opponents go, I'm not mad about the opponents. Then we have the bye week smack dab in the middle of the season. And then we have Houston and Detroit to follow up with that. That's a really good 5-week stretch.
You know what the thing is? Thing is? When I look at the schedule, we have to really have a good run defense. Every team I look at, look at weeks 1, 2, and 3. Run defense needs to be good. And then if you look at, I I feel like every NFC East team now has a pretty good running back and is trying to be a run-first team. Like, obviously, Dallas likes to sling it, but Washington and then Boston Scott's like every Giants fan's worst nightmare. So like he'll come out of the cave in like the fourth string, and then they'll
have
three
him,
touchdowns.
They'll have him on the bench the whole season, but once they face the Giants, they're like, "Hey, this is what we paid you just over $1 million for. So just go ahead and Giants for me real quick."
But it's so it's like Kayvon's I think is going to be an impact player, but it's like we need to have good run defense.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be important.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope that's something that we're able to fix. I know last year we had a really big problem with that. And it's funny because the year prior to that, we had a really good run defense. And we lost Dalvin Tomlinson. He was a really impactful player for us, apparently, because, we lost him and run defense was bad after that,
Yep.
Yeah. So I hope we do as well. And on top of that, one thing you don't want to have, like, obviously having a bad pass defense is not great either, and having a bad anything is not great. But having a bad run defense is really bad because you could really wear down your defense, kill time of possession. Your offense will never go on the field. That's one of the worst things. I'd rather have a worse passing defense than a worse running defense because running backs and running games and offenses will just bully you. With time of possession, bully your defense, wear them down. Look at how the Titans score their points. Look at how the Cowboys used to score their points. They would wear you down with Zeke, they would wear you down with Henry, and then throw the ball deep downfield to their star receivers and instant touchdown because the defense was tired. And that's how they make their they make their money. And
we gotta get off the field.
Yeah, we have to get off the field. And we faced both of those teams that I just mentioned in the first 3 weeks of the season. That's scary.
And KB.
Yeah.
The Titans also signed Robert Woods, just so you know.
So wide receiver. Yeah.
Robert Woods from the Rams.
He's a Titan. Yeah. Mike's right.
Now.
That's a good point, Mike.
Okay, I forgot about that because I only could have mentioned Traylon Burks.
Yeah.
Robert Woods there. Okay, yeah. Robert Woods. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay.
I did too, actually.
But I don't know when exactly last year he got hurt because I think he's another one that tore his ACL.
And I think it was later on in the season too, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Whenever Odell got there. It was right when Odell got there.
Okay. Yeah, that was late.
Yeah.
So he may not even be ready for week 1.
Yeah, so I
hope that's the case.
Man, if we can stop Derrick Henry week 1, that'd be amazing. But I can't see us winning that game. I can't see us winning it.
I was joking all day on Discord, like Derrick Henry's gonna rush for 300 yards.
You know what's funny? It's a joke, but he's done that to teams before.
I know.
He's killed teams before, run for over 200 yards, multiple times in a season. It's possible. It's possible.
And Jonathan Taylor can also run that ball on us.
Yeah, and Christian McCaffrey will be healthy at week 2 if I had
he should be healthy.
No, that's the thing. And obviously, the Seahawks are going to want to run a lot. Ravens will obviously run a lot. I think Texans will run a lot. So I think run defense is super underrated, but it's highly important.
But at least for the Texans, who do we really got to worry about? Because I don't think David Johnson's there. So, I think their starting running back is Rex Burkhead.
I think they tried. I have to look. Let me look at their depth chart. That's a good question.
And I also think they signed Royce Freeman.
Yeah. I'm not in.
Kid Blue. I missed it before. What were your thoughts on Vikings and Colts? I was switching over.
Okay, so Vikings, I think I had us pulling out a win against them.
Okay.
Yeah, because it all depends. Okay, if we were facing this Vikings team early on, I wanted them week 1 because I think they would be a good test for us, especially with their weak offensive line, weak defensive line, and they have weak trenches. So we could have Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau have a field day against them and get out to a good start to the rookie season. I wanted them week 1, but it is a little harder to say which Viking team we're gonna see
Yeah.
late in that season because
True.
this is the Vikings team that underwhelmed last season. They have a decent roster. I don't think they did enough in their offseason to really do a lot better. To be the Vikings that they're supposed to be. Now, Justin Jefferson, of course, scares me. Dalvin Cook, of course, scares me. We don't even know Dalvin Cook's going to make it to the end of the season because, he gets hurt a lot. So, yeah, Thielen's there as well. I'm just going to say that we pull off a win.
Squeak out that win. All right.
I think it's one of those games that we could maybe an upset. As far as the Colts go, no damn chance.
No chance.
They are so focused on getting it. Like the Colts are like rotating quarterbacks, Phillip Rivers, freaking Carson Wentz. Like they're trying everybody out to get the Super Bowl win.
And Matt Ryan is a significant upgrade.
Oh yeah. With the weapons they have over there, man. With taller weapon, he's gonna be able to.
And in my opinion, they had the best running back in the league.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor to me is the best running back in the league. To me,
really better than Derrick Henry.
See, I have a problem with Henry. I love Derrick Henry.
I do too. And it's 1A, 1B. It's only because I feel it's gonna be the same old shit, and they're gonna keep running him to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And now that he got hurt last year, you keep running him to the ground. The injury bug starts to wear and tear on you.
The thing about Derrick Henry that I don't like is he is the hardest guy to tackle in the fourth quarter because he wears everybody down. But he's like nearly the easiest guy to tackle in the first quarter if you watch him. If you watch Derrick Henry, he has no elusive. If you watch Derrick Henry, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Derrick Henry, but I will say one thing about Henry: he has no elusive ability at all. He grabs the ball and just looks at and just drops. So it's strategy. He wears down. He punishes the defense. He makes them fight to tackle him, and then towards the end of it, just like what Ezekiel Elliott used to do. Towards the end of the game, if you look at his yards per carry, there's a stat on this. You look at his yards per carry in each quarter. They divide it in each quarter. He has like 2 yards per carry in the first quarter throughout his career, 2 yards per carry in the first quarter, and it gradually gets better. And he has like a 5 or 6 yards per carry in the fourth quarter. Now, it's really significant to me. I'm not saying he's a terrible runner. I just say like in the first 2 quarters, he always has like freaking 10 attempts for like 20 yards. And then he just breaks out.
So fair enough. I know we only have a little bit of time left. I had one other question for both you guys because I'm always curious about this. And I'm not a Saquon hater. I'm not a Jonathan Taylor hater. But what if you flipped them and put Saquon in Jonathan Taylor's position and put Jonathan Taylor in? What do you think? I'm just curious. Do you think like Saquon would be better, or do you think like? Okay. I'm just curious. I think Jonathan Taylor.
But it's only because the Colts have a great offensive line.
Yeah, I think Saquon will be better, not better than Jonathan Taylor would be, but I think Saquon will be better in Indianapolis than he would be with the Giants. And I think Jonathan Taylor, even with our offensive line, would be better than what Saquon is because Jonathan Taylor, the way he runs,
I agree.
He doesn't bounce, he doesn't dance, he doesn't bounce. Even if there's not exactly a hole there, Jonathan Taylor hits the hole and powers his way through it. Saquon Barkley dances too much.
Yeah, he does.
And that's the biggest problem I have with him because like Barry Sanders did. He danced too much. Barry Sanders has one of the most the most amount of yards behind the line of scrimmage, like NFL history, Barry Sanders has. But, that's just the type of player he was. And Saquon Barkley, a lot of people compare him to Barry Sanders. So it's very fitting. It's very fitting.
It's actually funny that you brought that up because I was on Entertainers Discord arguing this point that Jonathan Taylor, he may not lead the league in rushing, but he would have gotten 1,000 yards, even with the offensive line we had last year, because I believe his final year at Wisconsin, his O-line was horrible. He still rushed for 2,000 yards.
Because he's a true workhorse running back to me. Like if I
Fair
think
enough.
of a workhorse running back, he's just a true workhorse guy. I like Saquon, man. I do. It's just like
Oh, he's
you have
having a better year
Yeah.
this year too. I think
Right,
healthier,
right.
better
Mhm.
line. Yeah, no,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. I'm always curious when it
Yeah.
comes to running backs. Like I'm definitely one of the people that devalue that position, and
Mhm.
people don't
although
like me for it for sure.
yeah,
So
although I agree with you, I'm not. The running back position has become devalued over the course of the NFL, and it's the new generation. But it's my favorite position still, so I still love it. So
hell
much.
yeah, okay, cool.
It's still my favorite
Yeah.
position, but
Mhm.
I definitely acknowledge that it is not as important as it used to be. So
Indeed.
Yeah.
as far
But
as far as it like personally, like individually, like it doesn't really matter which running back you throw in there, but it's always good to have a good running game.
Oh, yeah, for
like
sure.
reasons how we mentioned before.
Mhm.
Why it's always good to have a good running defense. That's the same reason why it's always good to have a good running game. So
I think the thing is though is like the NFL's changed. Like Dave Gettleman always used to say like you have, or maybe it wasn't Gettleman, but people would say like you need the run to set up the pass. I think
Yeah.
you see teams like the Bills and the Chiefs, like they
Trying to
set
pass,
up, they
set
have
the
the
run.
pass to
Yeah.
set up the run.
yeah,
So like they throw the ball a ton, so the defense just backs the way the hell
Yeah,
up,
so they
and
can run
then
a
they
little
can
bit.
run.
yeah,
Like it's almost like flipped on itself. And I think that's part of like why it's being devalued.
Yeah, and another reason is that is like a lot of teams are a lot of athletes are getting just more athletic, more. You look at wide receivers now; they're like freaking ungodly, man. How they are.
They can
how they're
play
coming
running
out.
back. That's how good
Yeah,
they are. Look
yeah.
at Debo Samuel; he can do it. Like
Yeah.
Darius Tony,
They're
we all
just-
talk about how he can do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot more talented. Our quarterbacks are getting more talented. They can throw the ball a lot better than these quarterbacks did a while ago. So, just better technique is really what it is, and athleticism. But quick, I guess you guys could give your quick thoughts at
Mhm.
the end, as
Uh,
we wrap this up. So, it doesn't matter who
Go
wants
ahead,
to go
Mike.
first.
You can go first.
All right. So, first off, here's a stat that you probably didn't know. You want to know how rare it is that to play Dallas on Thanksgiving?
Oh,
The last time we played them on Thanksgiving was in 1992,
Wow.
and we played them on Thanksgiving a total of 3 times since 1938.
Damn. How many Thanksgiving games have we played? Like, when was the last one we played? Was that the last one we played? Was it 1992?
we had to have played the
Lions.
Lions.
No, I'm trying to think.
Fisk, what up,
I-
boy? You came at the last minute, man. What the hell? I'm about to end the
Damn. Somebody said this in Chris's Discord earlier, and
12-5. I love it, Fizz.
now
Hell yeah.
I forget.
Let's go 12-5. I'm on board with that.
But
When I saw 9-8, I thought I was like, this is too good. This ain't it.
So,
But I have one little hot take.
go ahead, man.
I think the Detroit Lions are going to compete for a wild card spot this season.
Whoa.
That's a hot take. I think they're gonna be better than people think they are, but that's a hot take. It's
I
not-
like it.
Because their offense isn't that bad. Jared Goff last year, he kept them in almost every single game that they were in. DeAndre Swift is I mean, personally, I think he's a good running back.
Yeah, I think
Top-
I like him.
He has the potential to be top 15.
I like him.
And the wide receiving core is not that bad. They got Amon St. Brown. They got DJ Chark and Jamison Williams, and they have TJ Hawkinson,
Yeah.
and they have a good O line too.
But Jared Goff, though, I put it in the chat earlier.
Yeah,
We'll
He's
see
better.
about
Nah,
that.
I mean, he's not terrible,
no.
Yeah. All right.
but I mean, they probably should have drafted a quarterback this year because I just don't think they're going to be in position next year to draft one.
Yeah. Honestly, I think they should have too. I think they should have went in like the
Wait. I think they might have 2 firsts again next year.
One shot.
They're owning the Rams. I forgot about that.
Okay.
So I mean, I guess it's possible they could trade up. Or honestly, I think the next year's QB class is pretty solid. You got
it is.
Bryce Young, you got Stroud, you got Van Dyke from Miami, you got Will Levis from Kentucky.
I'm not
You
a fan
got
of I'm not a fan of Will Levis, but Anthony Richardson is all right too.
Yeah, KJ Jefferson out of Arkansas. So I mean, JT Daniels from West Virginia. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely better than this year's class.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, still snoring. Let me get your final thoughts, man.
Yeah, about the schedule, I'm pretty stoked about it. Like, first thing is I get to watch a game on Thanksgiving and on Christmas Eve, which is pretty awesome. Honestly,
Yeah.
like that's cool. I haven't gotten to do that in a while.
Yeah.
But I think 9-8 is like my realistic take, which feels not realistic from where we finished last year.
Yeah.
But we're playing a lot of teams that are also rebuilding. You know, I talked about that earlier. We're playing a lot of teams that are also in like the same stage we are.
Mhm.
And then like, you know, with the division, you cut it in half and then we can have some upsets and then also get upset. So, but I like Fist Vegas. I want to go 12-5, but I got 9-8. The Cowboys sweeping us. That's the one that like, I just can't be turned on. It's too early in the year with a new team. I just can't see us having like that continuity yet. And then Thanksgiving, maybe, but again, for some reason the light shined too damn bright for the Giants, but 9-8 or 8-9, like you had, KB, I'm pumped.
Yeah, I think, like I said, you know, Dave Gettleman never put us he never really had in his regime, didn't have this team any more than 6 wins. So if you get to 8 wins in Joe Shane's first year, it would be a great first step. Doesn't matter how easy the schedule is. So
1 point quickly. If we go 8-9 or 9-8, the one thing that does prove though is we probably, or maybe doesn't, in my opinion, it probably proves it that Daniel Jones might be our quarterback for years.
Might be, and I know Fist, and he's saying 12-5. He's a big Daniel Jones guy. So
yeah, I'm saying if we do either of those,
listen, man. Let me tell you right now, if somehow Brian, and I'll make this quick because I gotta go, but because if Brian Dable somehow unlocks Daniel Jones, man,
best coach of the year.
But on top of that, we don't have to worry about a quarterback next year.
Oh my god, I'd be so pumped.
And we could focus on other positions. As much as I love the potential of having a guy like Bryce Young or CJ Stroud or whatever.
Yeah, they're beat.
You know, I would love to not have to worry about that and have a franchise quarterback. I would love that.
Me too.
You know,
unfortunately,
we already declined his 50-year option, so we'd have to pay him immediately. But you know, if he's the guy, he's the guy.
Yeah, it's awesome. And if he's not, we get out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're the man, though, KB. Happy I could be on.
Appreciate you guys appreciate you guys coming on. So that being
said, no problem,
guys,
KB. It's been a while since you had DOG on here.
That I know it's been a while since tonight.
Yeah, and just the other day I was rewatching the Odell trade.
That's my favorite video.
I know, man.
In the car, it's all black.
Why is it done?
Yeah, I sometimes I go back on those videos and just laugh, man. It's hilarious.
Don't ever get rid of it.
Yeah, that's why I love the internet, man. It's there forever. So
yeah.
All right, guys, we all for this. See you guys next time.
All right.